All right, so the fun, fast stuff's over with. Now we're up to that real slow, tedious, making crap fit. Show what we got going on here. This is our door to our new post. So here's what we look like. Oh, a couple screws holding it in place for right now. And like we got going on there, that fits real nice right through there. Maintains our shape. And we're a little tight on our back door piece here. So I'm going to run the death wheel up through there and relax it a little bit. We're a little tight on our door gap right here. We're good up on the top and we're real nice down here on the bottom. Just through the middle, pushing that post forward a little bit. And we got the, which way does this thing fit in here? We just kind of test fit this thing up a little bit. This will be the top of the window right there. So that's what that will go. And when it does this, I always wonder what the inside, how you take care of the inside of it. So let me show you what I'm gonna do here. Here's what our inside's gonna look like. You can see that's the 2-door post now. This is the 4-door door. So I just kind of rough cut that between the two, nothing like the outside skin. And I'm going to take a piece of just flat sheet metal and weld it over that, and then weld the bottom up all the way up the sides, all the way up to there. And that's what the inside would look like. So I always wondered how everybody was finishing their insides that completely cut the door skin off. There's no structure there. So I'm leaving the door there and using it for my structure. Right or wrong, I don't know. That's what I got going on. So there's where we're at right now. There's where my glass fits in the track for the back window, originally, for the little quarter glass. So I'm gonna have to notch this down pretty deep and make me up a track to fit in here. And then right there's where the glass fit in the wagon. And the top will be already have that because I have the track that goes in there. So we're not going to have the window actually open. It'll just be glued in place. I'm not making the car perfect, I'm making the car fun. Okay, so we got our door gap nice and symmetrical all the way up. And this is our splice we're gonna weld together. And if you're looking for these little clamps, they have these things on Amazon. I'm not sure what they're called. I bought quite a few of them. They're pretty cheap. Hold the 2 panels together. Work out pretty nice. And yeah, I think we're gonna start welding on this thing. And, should start coming together now. Okay, so we're welding along here. Doing a pretty happy job there. It'll clean up pretty nice. Not warping and jumping around. And got to that little clamp. We couldn't get it out, so we're pulling and yanking, and we've distorted our metal. See how far it's been distorted out. Trying to get that clamp out. And we've got a problem here. We can't get any of these clamps out. The metal has shrunk up that much. That bottom one's loose. We can get it out. But those, I guess I'm gonna undo them and just cut them off and leave them there and weld over them. Because we tearing the metal up trying to get these out of there. I didn't even think about the metal stretching out as you're welding on it. So leave a little bit of room for yourselves when you're wanting to weld those things up. We'll dig these things out of there and see what we need to do next. I'm not sure if Mick Jones was talking about this when he talked about double vision, but I can't find my bifocals, so I didn't want to mess up some good ones. So these are Walmart glasses we used to weld in. So yeah, that's what happens to get old. Make fun of me. You 50-year-old guys, you know you've done this before. My double vision welding glasses on. We've got this all nice and welded up. Got a little bit of warpage weirdness going on here, but the door was hit. You see the line right there, and it was dug in right here before I cut it off. So I got a little bit of a hammer and dollying or stud gunning to do to that. And I see now why they cut the inner structure out, because it gives you room to hammer from the back side. I may or may not cut that off. And on the inside, there's our clamps, which are now permanent structure of the car. So that's where we're at with this. So far, so good. On to the next step. Well, we're trying to figure out what to do here. We have a piece fits in there. It might stay there. Hang on a second. It'll sit there for a minute. That gets welded in, we understand that, but this is gonna be a square edge, which should be a nice rounded piece like that. And like I said, this was already hacked off of that wagon, if you remember the wood screws that were holding this monkey together. So we're trying to figure out what to do. And I thought, well, my back door of the 4-door here would be that piece. So we can rob this off the back door of the other side. So I think we're digging the pile of stuff we've cut off the other door, and I think we're gonna use that shape, because the bottom's fine down there, just where the screws start monkeying up and make that little curve. I think we're gonna do that. Let me go dig in my pile and get that piece out of there.